So what is ethics? Well, ethics is a code of moral principles and values that governs the behaviour of a person or a group with respect to what is right or wrong. It is also a set of standards of good or bad, right or wrong in a person's conduct, and thereby guides the behaviour of that person or group. Essentially, ethics are moral principles or beliefs about what is right or wrong. Ethics is the domain between that of the law and that of personal free choice. Many factors influence a manager's ability to make ethical decisions. Individuals bring specific personalities and behavioural traits to their jobs. Personal needs, family influence, and religious background all shape a manager's value system. In addition, the corporate culture and pressures from superiors and colleagues can also influence an individual's ethical choice. A recent study found that organisational pressures can indeed induce employees to behave unethically. Moreover, when people experience organisational pressure to go against their sense of what is right, they typically become frustrated and emotionally exhausted. Clearly, unethical behaviour inhibits a person's ability to do his or her best for the company. As well as hindering the individual's personal and professional well-being, specific personality characteristics such as ego, strength, self-confidence, and a strong sense of independence may enable managers to make more ethical choices despite outside pressures and personal risks. One important personal trait is the stage of moral development. Here is a simplified version of one model of personal moral development. At the pre-conventional level, individuals are concerned with external rewards and punishments and obey authority to avoid detrimental personal consequences. In an organisational context, this level may be associated with managers who use an autocratic or coercive leadership style with employees oriented towards dependable accomplishment of specific tasks. At level 2, called the conventional level, people learn to conform to the expectations of good behaviour as defined by colleagues, family, friends, and society. Meeting social and interpersonal obligations is important work. Group collaboration is the preferred manner of accomplishing organisational goals, and managers use leadership styles that encourage interpersonal relationships and cooperation. At the post-conventional or principled levels, individuals are guided by an internal set of values based on universal principles of justice, and may even disobey rules or laws that violate these principles. Internal values become more important than the expectations of significant others. The great majority of managers operate at level 2, meaning their ethical thought and behaviour is greatly influenced by colleagues and other significant people in the organisation or industry. A few have not advanced beyond level 1, and only about 20% of all adults reach the level 3 post-conventional stage of moral development. People at level 3 are able to act in an independent, ethical manner, regardless of expectations from others. This may be inside or outside the organisation. Managers at level 3 of moral development make ethical decisions, whatever the organisational consequences are for them. Ethical tensions can arise also at different levels. So first of all, it can be at the personal level, where we have to deal with ethical issues in our own personal lives. Ethical tensions can also arise when we are working for an organisation. We may also have to exhibit ethical standards as a part of an industry or profession, such as doctors or researchers. And finally, ethics are required at the societal and global level, particularly when working across international boundaries. To understand how ethics apply and the responsibility you have as a manager, we talk about the spheres of executive responsibility as a manager. We have responsibility as a person, as well as an economic agent a leader, and then also beyond an organisation's boundaries. Given that values and principles around what is right differs at multiple levels and also amongst individual people, we are often faced with ethical dilemmas. These are situations in which alternative choices or behaviours have potentially negative ethical consequences for people, and this makes it difficult to distinguish right from wrong. Ethical dilemmas occur whenever people need to make decisions that may help or harm other people.